r/AskReddit question: what free things online should everyone take advantage of? Sci-Hub, endless free college books.
Didn't know they also have books. We owe many thanks to genius Russian women who started this. And Russia for not interfering. Didn't know they also have books. We owe many thanks to genius Russian women who started this. And Russia for not interfering. Sci-Hub is great. Also, Bach.org has millions of books available to download as PDFs for free. 2 of my textbooks last semester were on there and I was pretty stoked.
uBlock Origin, best ad block by a mile. Websites are 95% ads and 5% content nowadays, but uBlock brings balance to the force. Works on all browser, even mobile.
Man, I love uBlock Origin. Unfortunately, it's not available on iOS because Apple uses a proprietary extension system. If I had to use the internet without uBlock, I'd probably just go outside and get proper hobbies and friends. Also, if you aren't already, start using Firefox. Chrome is removing the part of the extension API that allows ad blockers to work because they want more cash money.
Maybe not everyone, but for students Zotero is a lifesaver. It will store your sources, import them to a bibliography in whatever citation style you need, and even create in-text citations in your paper. It saves hours of work. Zotero.org.
Hashtag WHEREWASTHISWHENIWASDOINGMYRESEARCHARTICLE. And it integrates with Google Docs to auto-populate your references. And it has plugins to export stuff either for BibTeX or BibLatex, so it also works nicely with LaTeX.
Project Gutenberg, lots of free classic books.
Add openlibrary.org and archive.org too. A lot of free useful books and articles. I thought Project Gutenberg was a site dedicated to making more Police Academy movies. While we're talking about books, most libraries have an e-reader program like Libby or Overdrive. I have seriously increased my reading this year after I found that out.
The Anki flashcard app for laptops is really dope for committing things to long-term memory and is free.
Does it use spaced repetition? I have Anki to thank for my entire degree. Anki got me and several of my classmates through medical school. I love this app.
USPS and UPS both will deliver free packaging boxes, envelopes, bubble wrap, etc. to your house. Literally doesn't cost a thing and you can get like 50 boxes at a time.
Wow, that's a shocker. Used to work at a UPS store, and we charged a ton of money for boxes and bubble wrap. People would be so mad if they knew about this. Wow, that's a shocker. Used to work at a UPS store, and we charged a ton of money for boxes and bubble wrap. People would be so mad if they knew about this. How do we request or where?
Canadians get a free Canada flag that was flown on Parliament Hill. Only a 40-year wait though.
Canadian here. Excuse me, what? Canadian here. Excuse me, what? Quick fix. Install 30 flagpoles in Parliament Hill. I'd hope that would reduce the wait time. I assume there's a couple of flagpoles right now and they give away the flag after it flies for a day. So 30 should decrease the wait time significantly, I'd hope. Obviously no quick fix on the Pence one. Unless they'd want to switch the flag halfway through the day or fly 2 flags at once.
Library Genesis, a great place to look for and download college or university textbooks for free, as well as other books. Edit. As commenters have pointed out, it has unfortunately been blocked in some countries. A VPN Tor could help in this case. Edit. Remove direct link. My apologies.
Damn it. This would have been really helpful while I was still in college. Damn it. This would have been really helpful while I was still in college. Guess that was the first lesson of business class. If you can artificially create an inelastic demand and strangle the market so you have a monopoly, You can milk someone for every cent they have.
If you have a .edu email through your school that uses Gmail, you get unlimited Google Drive storage.
Also, Amazon Prime is half price with an Edu address. Couldn't even spring for 365, huh? Assuming your school only has the free plan, you get 1 terabyte of OneDrive storage. If your school is paying for 5 or more users, you get unlimited OneDrive storage.
Wikipedia's reading lists. The article itself often holds a pretty good collection of relevant information. Yet for in-depth research it can be hard to find proper literature. Wikipedia always quotes their sources, which often are the most relevant for a topic. Unless you aren't researching for your PhD, you can save a lot of time in literature research.
I don't understand the hate that teachers and professors have for Wiki. Like you said, I wouldn't want to use it as my doctoral thesis. But for most people it's fine as a starting point, or if you're not in school it tells you about a topic that you only want a basic idea of. I assume most of the ire is because some dum-dums cite Wikipedia and not Wikipedia citations. But also, Wiki made it easier and more convenient to find sources, so time spent researching a topic was cut down a lot. I feel like some of my teachers saw it as a slacker's approach to assignments and were bitter that the students' lives were now much easier than theirs had been.
I'm going to save this like I have the other 100 useful Reddit questions I didn't know I wanted to be answered, and never look at it again.
That's why I screenshot the ones that I want to remember so I can eventually come across it in my 18,000 photos on my iCloud storage. Haha, it's ridiculous, but at least I know it's somewhere I can find it again. Thinking face. Of course, who else would I be?
This is the most useful post on Reddit, at least for me. Your local library almost certainly allows you to access free ebooks and audiobooks via Overdrive and the Libby app, Hoopla, or borrow a box. All you need is a library card and a PIN, which you'll probably need to get in branch. But really, is there ever a bad excuse to go to a library? The selection might be limited, but if you want to splash out a little, you can get a year's out-of-state access to Brooklyn Public Library for $50. That's not as good as free, but it can be a lot cheaper than using Audible, especially if you get through audiobooks at a real rate.
Our local library has ebooks, audiobooks, DVDs, movies, puzzles, magazines, travel books, movies with popcorn on Friday afternoons, music by local artists on Sunday afternoons, classes that range from yoga to finance to painting. Libraries are more than just books. Edit. Not all online, but I love to give them credit for all they do. Our local library has ebooks, audiobooks, DVDs, movies, puzzles, magazines, travel books, movies with popcorn on Friday afternoons, music by local artists on Sunday afternoons, classes that range from yoga to finance to painting. Libraries are more than just books. Edit. Not all online, but I love to give them credit for all they do.
Last time this was posted, I learned about letterboxing, fun, free, outdoor activity Atlas Quest.com, Libby, free library audiobooks and ebooks, get it in the App Store, and free meditation retreats, tumblr.org. I'm definitely saving this post, edited to include links.
I've never heard of letterboxing until you had me just Google it. And now I want to find a clue near me to get started. So much fun. Any specific places you've found online for letterboxers to gather and for someone to get started?
YouTube lessons on how to do anything your heart desires.
I've picked up woodworking entirely from YouTube. Any cut, joint, tool, or anything else I want to use, I can easily find several techniques for doing it and what works best for my needs. It also makes me happy that all these older men, predominantly, have this new avenue to share their decades of knowledge of their craft with the world. I've learned some very basic car maintenance via YouTube that has saved me hundreds of dollars over the years. I also use it to learn proper form on some workouts I do when I'm alone. It's great. YouTube is really, really great. Thank God for Indian men.
Codecademy is an awesome site to learn how to use some programming languages. Doesn't get into the really advanced stuff, but it's good for a start.
I recommended this to my 14-year-old for the summer. I'm interested in seeing what he learns. I completed the HTML, CSS and Python courses on there, incredibly good for a free service. After just that Python course, I could create a text-based game in a command prompt terminal from scratch. So not advanced like you said, but a very good start. Give him some ideas or challenges what to use his coding skills for. It can become quite school-like, boring, to learn coding by coding just for coding's sake.
Google Maps and Waze are so useful. It still blows my mind that they are free. Waze does have ads that show up when you are stopped, but it's still free and had a lot of great features. They have slowly been moving the more popular features to Google Maps too, like speed trap reports and current speed limit.
Google Maps is a godsend. I love that they've got public transit routes in there too. It's really helpful when I'm traveling to other cities without a vehicle. You can also download maps for offline use. I did this when traveling abroad and I couldn't use data. Godsend X2. Waze has been pissing me off lately. Sent me right into a traffic jam this morning.